starting line is pretty much one of the more fun things. You know, you got all this confusion and your heart starts pumping because it's the start of a new race, and having a big starting line with 100 guys on it, it's pretty exciting, trying to get clean air and, you know, not be over the line, and it gets pretty hectic out there. So
a very important tool is going through a pre-race checklist. Collect weather and wind information. What's going to happen during the race? Tune up and test the course, locate all the marks, and decide an overall race plan. Plan your start strategy and check the line. Then watch other fleets start. See what happens and possibly readjust your plan.
First of all, you need to get your watch up in your face and mount it on some sort of strap on your arm.
So I can see and I can hear also, because there is a noise, making noise. So it's good to have a big watch, because here it's not really good, because you always move and you cannot really see.
for me, getting a good start, I like to get to the starting line early, make sure I know the course, and when I know that there's going to be a start, I get close to the buoy.
So you hear the sound clearly and you see the flag, and you make sure that you get the correct time.
Next, I like to check the set of the line. Is the line square and even to the wind?
Set your watch, and say, okay, 2 minutes, we're going to both take off. You start at the pin, I'll start at the boat.
Test the start line first. You go off the starboard end. It's best if you have a teammate about the similar speed as you. Go off the port end, you run across to each other, and you figure out which end of the line is biased.
I want to go as close as I can near the favored end without being right in the pack at that favored end, right at the pin, getting dirty air. I want to be just in that area, but in clean air.
If the starting line is pretty even, windward end and pin end, usually the best place to start is in the middle of the starting line, because first of all, there's going to be no people there. There's usually more crowding at the boat end and more crowding at the pin end. So if you can if you got good board speed and you're confident with where the course is, you can go and start in the middle of the line and use your transit, be up on the line, and also take advantage of the less people and the midline sag. And the midline sag is basically the line you would draw across everyone's noses on the starting gun, and you always find boats in the middle of the line are a lot further back than people are on the ends of the line, because one, you don't know where the starting line is, and two is usually there's less confident sailors starting in the middle of the line because they think it's not a good place to start. They think you need to be on the ends to get a better start. But most of the top guys, most of the top pros, if they usually get towards the middle of the line on an even starting line, they'll get super clean air, and at least one of those guys will be first to the top mark.
Next in my starting strategy is my final approach to the start line with 1 minute to go. I want to judge how I'm going to drift by the committee boat, where I'm going to find my spot on the line, so when I hit the line, I've created a good pocket for myself to start on. In a big fleet with a boat favored end, I don't like to be near the boat at around 20-30 seconds. I like to have floated by it slowly at around 50 seconds, maneuvering into a good front row starting spot. In smaller fleets, you can take a bit more run at the line, like a slalom start, as you have more room to move. And on high wind starts, you really want to try and get going a little earlier, because it takes you a little longer to get control of your gear to go upwind.